Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I have another spring look for you. Really easy, you can do this in 10 or 15 minutes. Run out on your errands, whatever you need to do in this look. It's very easy, but pretty at the same time. So I hope you enjoy it. First thing we're going to apply, I've already moisturized, but this is the primer that we're going to use, the Milani one. It's called Prime Perfection. Just a little pea size. Then we're going to go in and do our eye base. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Just a little bit. This one is not tinted, it's clear, so I always put a concealer on my eyelids. You can find the primers that are tinted, which is nice, but this particular one is clear. I'm going to go in now with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. The shade that I have is 1 Creamy Vanilla. They're a little darker than what you see in the bottle, so just be careful of that. And this concealer is a heavier foundation, more full coverage. So I'm not going to use a lot today. So I want to keep it fairly nice and light. So I'm just stippling around the entire face with a pretty damp beauty blender because I want it to be a lighter finish, not too full coverage today. I'm going to blend down into the neck, and my color here on the rest of my body is darker than on my face. I do self-tan, so the color of the concealer is going to be a little darker, and I'm sure you notice that difference, but we want to make sure it blends in with the rest of the body. Next, we're going to use our Instant Age Rewind. This is the eraser of dark circles. This is an awesome product. I recommend getting it. It's probably, $8 or $9, but it's really nice. And you can just dab it right on with this, and you just twist it to click up more product. Blend this out. There. Instantly brighter. As you can see, I've used this quite a bit. I love this. This is the Light Plus Mineralize Skin Finish from MAC. I'm just going to go ahead and set this under eye makeup. And this is our angled brush. This is the e.l.f. concealer. It's great. It's cheap. It's a great color. It goes on really well. It's light, so it doesn't feel heavy. And we're going to go in and conceal right around the nose, around the mouth, bridge of the nose, and a little onto the forehead. Beauty blender once again. Alrighty. We're going to go in with the Lorac palette. And this is a really nice palette. It has quite a few shades for you to use. We're going to go in with a base color called Buff right here. Put it all over the lid. Next, we're going to go in with Beige. And it has a slight shimmer to it, so it's really nice. I'm going to put this right on the lid. Just all over. And then we're going to go in We're going to do a little of the mocha here. I'm going to continue using the 200 Real Techniques brush because I want it to be really diffused. We're going to go above the lid. And just spread it all out, windshield wiper motions. Okay. We're going to change our brush. This is a tapered brush. This is 203 Real Techniques. And I'm going to go in with the cool gray right here. We're just going to go on the outer corners. Now I'm going to go back to the same color, the cool gray, but I'm really going in with a small tapered brush here, the 201 Real Techniques. And we're just going to add a little more definition. This is just an e.l.f. Medium-sized blender brush. I'm going to go in here with the Nectar color, nice pink color. I'm going to go back on my lid. I'm going to add it right in here. Go back with my big blender brush into the Nectar and sweep it up. Up and out. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my angled brush. We're going to go underneath the lash line. We're going to choose the light brown here. Make sure you connect it up to the top here. We're going to add a little Nectar to the bottom. Then we're going to go back in here to beige. Add a highlight underneath. And then just sweep it right there on the lash line. I'm actually going to go in here with a little bit of the snow color, nice and white, just to make the inner corner pop a little more. Okay, good. Add a highlight to the brow bone here. Okay, now what we want to do next, I don't worry about too much out here because I always go back in and clean it up. So I'm going to go back to our 2-in-1 Milani Conceal and Perfect. Just put a little dab on here. We're going to go up here and just clean it right up. All right, perfect. We're going to use some gel liner. This is from L'Oreal. It's the Blackest Black 171. It glides on like a breeze. It's beautiful. So, and it actually comes with, if I can find it, comes with its own applicator, and I think that it does a pretty good job. So we're going to use it today. Okay, so I'm just going to pull on my eye. Nice winged liner here. Go to the other side. Some people like to close their eye when they're doing it. I don't prefer that. I like to look at it, so I don't know. I just like it that way. We're going to go back into our Lorac palette, and we're going to use the black shade here to tie in the upper liner, the winged liner, and we're just going to keep it real small and tight right under the lash line. Okay, so it's a little smoky on the bottom. It's a little diffused, and I like that. So now we're going to add our mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Chaotix. I wanted to pick this up and try it and see if it was comparable to the Too Faced one, which is super popular. This one is $25. This one is like $8. So I've used it a couple times. It's pretty similar, but you don't get the true fullness that the Too Faced one will give you. But for the price difference, it's pretty good. You just add a couple more layers with this one. So we'll just pop this on. Good thing about this mascara is it doesn't flake very much like a lot of them do. And it also gets the little lashes too, I noticed. Even though the applicator is fairly large, it does get almost all of the lashes. Ah, got it on me. This is why I keep Q-tips around. Gone. Ah! Oh my gosh. That's why I have my makeup remover pads here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild. This is the contouring palette with the light and the dark shades. I really like it. It's more of an ashy shade. It's not too warm, so it looks very natural. And I'm going to go in here, use the light one. I'm just going to highlight with the white. Same brush, I'm going to use the contouring, the darker shade here, right in the hollows. Actually, I'm going to keep with the same brush because I want this all to be blended well. And we're going to go in, this is the Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette. Both of these products work really well. They do have some fallout, but for the price, I think they were $4 each. I mean, who cares if there's a little fallout? So I just go in, I go across all of them, across my cheek. And then I'll go in and I'll go to the darker, the rosier color with the gold. Add that right to the apples of my cheek. And you can see, it adds a nice, dewy look to it. They did a pretty good job on this. Props to Wet n Wild for these products. Okay. Now our Fix Plus. I've talked about this before. We're just going to spray the face, make sure it's all set. Voila. There we go. Okay, so I can't forget some gloss. And this one is Lorac. It's a ballerina. Slightly like a pink purple hue. It's really pretty. And these glosses that they came out with have a good amount of color. And they're not sticky at all. So they're just really comfortable to wear. And even when some of the gloss is worn off, there's a little bit of color left over. Okay. You know what? I forgot to do my brows. So we're going to add these in real quick. Brows make all the difference. I am using the NYC brown color. That is one of my favorite. It's easy, very inexpensive, super affordable. And I just use my lip pencil to apply it. I was wondering why I didn't feel totally done. It's like when you're in the car, you're kind of in a hurry, and then you forget to put your seatbelt on. Like you feel the difference. You can tell, but you're not sure what it was. Doesn't happen often because cars beep now very annoyingly if you forget to put your seatbelt on. Okay. There we are, all finished. Sorry about that. But here we are, all done. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun showing you this look. If you aren't one of my subscribers, please subscribe. And I hope you liked the video. You can check below and just click on the thumbs up and like my video. I'll see you next time.